The main thing I find with classes and watching students paint that might be most helpful is if students' confidence and comfortable with using more water. That seems to be one of the biggest hindrances because I think people are continually really surprised at how much water I'm using, and even after watching it, it's still hard for a lot of people to get used to doing it because it just seems like too much water. I think it's uncomfortable. But that's one thing that really helps. Oftentimes, it dries out so fast, and then they end up painting too long because it dried so quick and lose the freshness because they're working to dry. Even that, I'm questioning, is it wet enough right there? It's still a good workable wetness, but I like to have it the maximum amount of water that I can work with without it being a problem. And it depends on your style. Some people paint pretty dry and they paint more direct and really quick. But for me, I like to do these nice soft washes to build it up, subtleties, and to make some realistic areas too. I like to have that time to work with it. So that's pretty good. It's kind of puddling right there. I think I'll start with some yellow just in the hat. It's way too colorful, but I'm gonna mix on the paper, mix some colors together. When you pull paint from your palette, make sure that you're not ever going from the pure color like in this part of the palette, and that you've got a place over white palette to kind of mix the consistency right, and you can check it over the white palette. You can check how thick it is. I like that warm yellow tint up under the hat, and I think we could just probably drop in a little of the violet, cobalt blue violet. That's gonna gray the yellow down. Not too gray, I don't want to make it gray. I just want to make a neutralized yellow. There we go, that's nice. And it's still a little colorful, but we'll disperse it a bit more. I like mixing on the paper. It's fun, but it also just gives you a lot of more variations of color, versus mixing a flat color on the palette that doesn't have any variations. Like if you mix on the paper, you can leave little areas, like don't over mix it and leave little areas that are different than other parts. Like that area I just put in back here is a little more purple. At some point it starts to mix everything together. If you don't want it mixed together too much, we might have to dry it out. Lift that pedal off. While it's still pretty wet, I'm just gonna go up in here with this point and just kind of suggest like the little weave of the hat texture. There we go.